Hey everyone, welcome to week 8. So we just passed our halfway mark, which is fantastic. Um, so a few things for the upcoming week. First of all, I'm behind on assignment 6, but I'll get that back to you guys as soon as possible. Um, the second thing is the course evaluation. So there wasn't much feedback that was different from our last course evaluation. I know many of you are frustrated with the course load, and I will definitely pass that on to whoever designs the course next. So I'm sorry that's kind of out of my control. Um, and many of you had suggested also that it would be nice to mix up the course and not just have readings and writing, and I'll definitely pass that on too. And I do kind of agree with that. So bear with me. We're almost halfway through the course, so we're almost there. One person was hoping that the discussion could be a little less structured. And I'll say that you guys feel free to comment as much as you want, have a back and forth with somebody. It's completely up to you guys to have it much more engaging and much more lively. I will be looking for your initial post to grade and then a longer response, and I'll grade both of those. Um, I think that is all in terms of feedback. Um, so coming up next, so our next module is on religion and so this is module 8 and it's on religion and non-religion. So again, we have things to read right here, and we have an assignment coming up, and I think that's due July 14th. So for the assignment, there are 2 videos in the playlist that I want you to watch. So this kind of explains, this is Intersectionality 101 and explains what the assignment is about and what it's asking you to do. So this concept of intersectionality. And then this video is kind of boring, so I'm sorry about that. But if you end up wanting to do a concept map with Google Docs, this is a video to go to. Or even if you just want to have an idea of what I'm looking for. So let's go back to our assignment. So the beginning in the instructions, it kind of goes over what is this idea of intersectionality, what is this assignment about, and again, you can watch that video to help it explain to you. And what the assignment wants, so it's a self-reflective assignment, and what it's going to ask you to do is to identify at least 5 identities, and that could be race, gender, sexuality, religion, class, nationality, ability, sexual orientation, gender identity, race, ethnicity, religion, whatever it is. So any kind of identity that you might have. And for each of those identity, I want you to think about and to list at least two privileges or disadvantages. So a total of 2. And for each of those, I want you to reflect what kind of privilege does that afford you? How does it disadvantage you? So up until that point, that is what the assignment asks for, and that's what I'll be grading for. And again, you can go back here to look at the grading rubric, which I'll be following closely. But in addition to thinking about each of these identities separately, and to think about the privileges and disadvantages of these identities separately, I want you to also think about how do these identities intersect. So if you're of a privileged gender identity and a disadvantaged religion, what does that look like? What does that mean? If you're of a privileged class and nationality, what does that look like? And what does that mean? If you're of a disadvantaged race and gender, what does that mean? I mean, this assignment doesn't ask for any kinds of essays. So you're literally just listing 5 identities and then listing like a sentence maybe at most, or just a few words of what your advantages and disadvantages. You can definitely follow the concept map layout, or be creative. So I have no restrictions on the layout, just as long as you're kind of fulfilling the bare minimum of this requirement, which not the bare minimum, but the requirements of this assignment. If you have any questions, go to the Q&A so that everyone else can see your questions, and I'll answer them publicly. If you're confused about anything, please shoot me an email. So other than that, I don't think there's anything else to go through. Good luck with this assignment, and we'll talk again next week.